I caught his voice, just loud enough for his friends to chuckle, just soft enough that he thought it wouldn't reach me. "She's mine at work," he said. The hall shimmered with champagne laughter, glasses clinking, the low buzz of a corporate gala in full swing. My wife smiled from across the room, unaware, trapped in polite conversation with clients. And there he was, her so-called office husband, leaning against the bar, bragging to his colleagues like a teenager staking a claim. I didn't move. I didn't blink. I simply gave a slow nod, as if acknowledging something private. His friends smirked, mistaking my silence for weakness. He didn't realize I already knew. We'd been married a decade. She was my anchor, my confidant, the person I built my life around. I can still hear her laughter echoing through our first apartment. Nights of cheap wine and whispered dreams. She used to look at me like I was everything. But ambition changes people when it starts whispering in their ear. Late nights at the office. Urgent deadlines. Texts she guarded just a little too closely. I wanted to believe her. God knows I tried. Until one night, while she was in the shower, her phone lit up on the counter. His name. A message. "Don't forget our little secret. Can't wait for tomorrow." No thunder. No shaking ground. Just silence, cold, slicing through me. That was the moment I shifted. From husband to strategist. From heartbroken to hunter. I didn't confront her. Not yet. Emotion is messy. Evidence is clean. So I gathered everything: emails, text logs, expense reports. I hired a discreet investigator worth every cent, photos of them at hotels. His hand resting on the small of her back at office events. Her eyes soft, the way they once were for me. Betrayal has a taste, bitter, metallic. I let it sit on my tongue until it hardened into resolve. He thought he was clever, whispering brags behind office walls. What he didn't know, his boss, the CEO, was already under investigation for financial misconduct. And tonight's keynote speaker? A state senator, here to talk about corporate accountability. The perfect storm. I moved my pieces quietly. Certain documents reached the right people. Expense reports linking them to misused company funds. Those business trips billed as corporate retreats. I arranged for the senator's aide to hear a few details before the gala began. By the time the champagne flowed, the fuse was already burning. Later, I watched him. He wasn't laughing now. He'd spotted me in the corner, speaking low with the keynote speaker, my hand casually on the man's shoulder, my smile not quite reaching my eyes. That's when he went pale. His throat tightened as he whispered to his boss. "We've got a problem." The boss frowned. "What do you mean?" "Perfect. Let the panic spread." The speeches started. Lights dimmed. The room hushed. The senator took the stage, polished, commanding. He spoke of integrity, accountability, the rot that begins when men believe rules don't apply to them. Each word was a blade pressed against my betrayers. My wife shifted in her seat, eyes darting between me and him. She knew something was coming. She just didn't know how far I'd already gone. Then the senator paused, cleared his throat, and thanked a concerned individual for bringing matters to his attention. Documents had been reviewed. Investigations were underway. Names wouldn't yet be mentioned, but the company would face scrutiny. The boss stiffened. The work husband's hands twitched nervously on the table. My wife's face drained of color. I didn't clap. I sipped my drink. The fallout was immediate. Whispers, frantic calls, texts sent under the table. His friends avoided my eyes now, as though they'd never heard his little boast. Within a week, he was placed on leave. His rising career crumbled under scandal. My wife was called in for questioning about her part in the expense reports. Her once spotless reputation, now permanently stained. And me? I was calm. Steady. I'd already filed for divorce, armed with enough evidence to secure custody and assets. She didn't even fight. She knew the game was lost before it began. The last time we spoke, she asked me why. Why not just leave quietly? Why destroy everything? I looked at her, really looked. The woman I once loved, now reduced to excuses and shame. "Because you didn't just betray me," I said. "You underestimated me. Now I sit alone, but not broken. The house is quiet, peaceful in a way it hasn't been in years. No secrets humming behind closed doors. No lies waiting in the dark." He thought she was his at the office. She thought I'd never find out. They both thought I'd stay silent. They were wrong. Justice isn't always loud. Sometimes it's a quiet nod across a crowded room, a whisper to the right ear, one move that makes the whole board collapse. And in that silence, in their ruin, I found my closure.